Alrighty, welcome to another edition of Achievement College, my step-by-step guide to getting you that gamer score. This is Aussie Gamer 17, and this is my Hacher Achievement guide for Breathedge, and that's the achievement where you need to open 20 different coffins. In this video, you're going to need a couple of things to have already happened, and we are starting. I'm just going to show you where we're starting. We're starting in the first shuttle you get to, or the first safety area you get to within Chapter 2. So you need to play through the game to where, without spoiling too much, the spaceship blasts off with you just sitting there holding the steering wheel, and then off to your left-hand side, the waypoint will lead you towards this shuttle here. Don't mind all the mess, that's part of my 100% walkthrough. If you want to get all of the other achievements in a single playthrough of the game, make sure you follow my walkthrough, my 100% walkthrough. I'll link the playlist in the video description. But yeah, here we're going to start to get all 20 coffins. Now you're going to want to have made a magnet. Wait, let's double check exactly what it's called. It is called the Magnetic Master Key. You're going to have to play through the game until you can unlock that. It is part of the story though, so I'm not covering it here in this game, in this video, sorry. I'm not going to cover that. Make sure you've got the Magnetic Master Key. Now, I've also gone and got the first vacuum bike thingamajiggy that you get. That's also sort of part of the story, and I do cover that in part 3 or 4 of my 100% walkthrough, how to get that bike. You can get better vehicles later in the game, but this is sort of the first opportunity where we've got the key, we've got a vehicle, and we can go and get the coffins fairly easy. The other thing you want is fuel for that bike. So I've made some fuel. I've got 4 lots of fuel. I'm not going to need all of them to do this, but make sure you've got some fuel for the bike. It's just an easier way to get to all the coffins. You can do it without it. And make sure you've had something to eat and drink, and you're not going to get too thirsty or hungry while we go and get all these coffins. All right, with all of that out of the way, we can then leave and we can start getting all these coffins. Going to start by fueling the bike though. I call it a bike. You can call it whatever you really want, but I'm going to fuel it up a little bit. 76 fuel for us, that should be plenty. And we're going to head towards this blue light. This is where we're going to get our first coffin. Now, some of these coffins you'll see on my screen are already opened. And that's because I opened a few as part of the 100% walkthrough. But head towards the blue light, and just off to the left here is going to be coffin number 1. Head up to that. Hold B to open it. Obviously, mine is already open. Most of them won't be already open. We've only covered a few in the walkthrough so far. I'm going to get back on the bike. We are then going to point back towards the shuttle where we just started. When we get semi-close to it, we're going to take a right-hand turn around to this wreck here. And we've got a coffin number 2 right here. Get off the bike. You have to, unfortunately, get off the bike to open each coffin. Head up to that, open that coffin there, and then you can head back and onto the bike. And what you want to do then is find what I call the stapler. That looks like a stapler to me, like one of those big handheld heavy-duty staplers. Find that wreck, this wreck straight in front of me here. Head towards it, and then up onto to the top and the left of it, we're going to find coffin number 3. Hop off the bike once again. Go and open coffin number 3. Pretty soon I won't have opened any of them, but back on the bike after coffin number 3, and then look straight up to another stapler looking wreck. And right next to that wreck is going to be coffin number 4 right here. Alright, so open coffin number 4 if you haven't already. And then back on the bike. From that 4th coffin, I'm going to actually head back to the shuttle just to get air. And I'll show you something else we actually do want for this trip in relation to our oxygen. Let me just get to safety before I start babbling. Okay, so I've got the air coming in. You're also going to want, we're going to head into the frozen area back near the very start of the game. And we're going to need some alcohol. It's possible to do it without alcohol, but if you've got some alcohol, that would help, so bring that with you. And we're also going to want to have large oxygen candles if you need to make some. And the other thing I'll mention is you could do a save right at the start and then go and get all the coffins and then reload the save so you're not wasting all your resources. Okay, so once you've got coffins, oxygen candles, head outside, get back onto our bike, which I forgot where I left it. There it is. And we're going to head back towards the opening area of the game. So back towards all this blue frozen stuff. And inside the blue frozen area is where we're going to find another 4 coffins, or actually there's probably 6 coffins altogether, but in the first frozen section we're going to find 4 coffins. Now I'm actually going to head to my oxygen station, and I'll just speed up the video in parts here. Okay, so you can either use a candle or an oxygen station or something like that, just to fill up your oxygen before we head into this frozen area. Alright, and then head into this big frozen chunk that you can see here. Okay, once we're here, I'm going to quickly hop off the bike here, and we're going to get these 4 coffins, hopefully before the screen freezes over. So open one here. Straight ahead to another one. 2. To our left, we'll grab another one. And then look sort of down and to our right, and we're going to find... So that was coffin number 7. This is going to be coffin number 8 out of our 20 that we need. Open that one, and then we're actually going to go back to our bike. If your screen freezes over too much, use your alcohol. Avoid it if you can though, because it does make your screen go all blurry a little bit much. We're going to have to use it in a second here, because I'm going to go through this. Oh, and I'm going to need oxygen. I'm going to use a candle, and I'm going to use some alcohol. And we're going to go forward through the frozen area to the next frozen area. This blurry vision is quite annoying. I might just wait for it a little bit here. But if we wait for too long, our screen will freeze over again. So you'll see in this frozen area here, it's hard to see with the screen blurry, but in this next lot of frozen chunks, we've got another coffin. This will be coffin number 9. Let's open that. Get back on our bike. And one more in this frozen area. If we go forward through to the next bit where these sort of cylinders are, we're going to need some more alcohol. Oops, wrong button. Let's use the alcohol. And you can see it. And I hope it's possible to see. But where these big yellow cylinders are, this is going to be coffin number 10. Hopefully it's not too hard to follow with the drunkenness. This guy cannot take his alcohol, can he? I suppose it is like straight alcohol. It's probably like drinking the worst possible stuff you can drink. Okay, once we've got that 10th coffin in that frozen area, you want to find this wreck here. And if you head around to the outside of it, you can see it's just this big blue wreck. And right next to it here, wait, where'd it go? Right there is coffin number 11. Let's hop off the bike, grab coffin number 11. Don't worry about whatever it is you pick up out of some of the coffins. That can be random. Alright, with coffin number 11 taken care of, we're going to get back on our bike. And we're going to actually head all the way back to the shuttle where we started this video. Okay, so we need to head all the way back. I'm going to avoid the frozen area, but I'm going to meet you guys back at that shuttle. I'll speed up the video, and I'm going to get some air on the way, but I'll speed up the video and meet you guys back at the shuttle where we started the video. Okay, here we are back at the shuttle. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Back at the shuttle where we started the video. I'm going to head back out, and I'm going to jump back on our bike, and we're going to sort of turn around from which way we're facing when we come out of the shuttle. And you're going to find this big tunnel here with these giant lights on the side. Head through this tunnel, and eventually you're going to see this giant ball of tape ahead of us. On this side and on the other side, there are the next 2 coffins. So that will be coffins number 12 and 13. So we've got one right here as we approach this giant ball. Let's open that up. So that is number 12. Open that up if you haven't already. I'm going to quickly get back on the bike. It's just easier to get around. Go around the other side of this giant ball. And right directly on the other side, we're going to find coffin number 13. There we go, coffin 13. And back on the bike. And head towards these giant rolls of tape. If you've got a oxygen station set up, if you've been following my walkthrough, we can grab some air here. And once you're full on oxygen, we've got coffin number 14 here in amongst these big giant rolls of tape. Can hop off and get coffin number 14. I opened that earlier in the walkthrough. Hey, get back on. All right, once you've got the coffin number 14 here at the giant rolls of tape, we need to head through this gap and around the corner, and we need to find this oxygen station over here. This one's always there. If it's the first time you've been there, you have to repair it in order to use it. But we're going to head towards it, and then off to the right, you can see it floating here. This is going to be coffin number 15. Let's hop off and grab coffin number 15. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Once you've got coffin number 15, I'm going to get back on the bike. We're going to turn to our right and head towards the giant satellite dish out here. And when we get closer, sort of out in front of it, if you see that pointy thing, it's sort of pointing towards coffin number 16 right here. So head all the way over here to coffin 16. Let's hop off and open coffin number 16 and get back on the bike. Turn to your left from there and towards the shuttle. If you've got this far in the story, this is where you have to fix the airlock. We're going to go towards that airlock, and you're going to see this tunnel with a wreck in it. There's a tunnel sort of pointing all the way through to the next area of the game. Just outside that and off to our left, we have got coffin number 17. I lost count for a second then, I was just checking my notes. Coffin number 17 here, you'll see I opened that in the walkthrough as well. The rest should not be opened though. Alright, so that's coffin number 17. Once you've got that, we are going to head through this tunnel. I'm going to oops, I keep pressing the wrong button. I'm going to quickly use a large candle, and we're going to head through this tunnel here. Okay, and when you get to the other side of the tunnel, and as you come out, we are going to go around this giant meteor to our right, and then we're going to turn right, sort of hug the corner around to the right. And we're looking for a big giant fan, just like that one, except there's another one off to our right. Okay, once you spot that one, that big tunnel right there, head for that. I'll cut the video and I'll join you. There's a shuttle just outside it that we're going to use to grab some air before we go and grab the final 3 coffins. Okay, and here we are approaching that shuttle I just mentioned. We're going to hop off our bike and just go inside just for air. I'll cut the video again just to speed this up. But grab air inside here. We're going to need the air, and grab some water and food if you need it. And once you've got all your air filled back up and you're not hungry or thirsty, head back outside, get on your bike again. On your bike, mate. And head through the giant fan. And just ahead of us will be coffin number 18. If we go towards this sort of electrical storm looking stuff, and just here, just in front of us, you can see it now, is coffin number 18. Let's hop off the bike and grab coffin number 18. I don't know why the achievement is popping now for me, but don't worry, I'm going to show you 2 more coffins. I have no idea why that achievement popped. Probably something to do with, I've got to get another magnet key out. So there's the Hacher Achievement. The other thing I want to mention, guys, these are, I don't know if these are the easiest 20 coffins to get. They just happen to be the first 20 coffins that I found. I was supposed to mention that at the start of the video. Okay, once you've got coffin 18, I'll show you where the next, where 19 and 20 are, so that we can get this achievement properly. Don't know why it popped for me just there, but anyway. we're going to get number 19 straight ahead of number 18. And just for another reference point, if we find this ring of electricity going off, just sort of out in front of that is number 19. From number 19, you want to look up at all this wreckage, especially this part here where it's really wrecked over here. And we're going to head into the middle of this wreckage over here. Let me make sure this was the right wreckage.
There are declared cargo holds inside for transporting.
Yep, and right in the middle, sort of above this wrecked part, near these cylinder type wrecks, is going to be coffin number 20. Hey, there it is, there it is. Let's open coffin number 20 so that if you're following along, you get the achievement of pop. That is 20 coffins. I hope this video has been helpful, guys. I wish the robot thingy wasn't talking. Oh wait, spacesuit, shut up. I'm trying to do an outro. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you found it helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, post a comment, and of course, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please check out my 100% walkthrough of the game if you want to get all of the achievements in a single playthrough, including a trick for getting the speedrun achievement while getting all the other achievements. I'll cover that in my 100% walkthrough that's currently running on the channel at the time of this recording. That's enough from me, guys. There's the bell. You know what that means. Class dismissed.